Hello everyone, I'm John Higgins Film Review, and I'm here with the team, part of the team behind Queen of My Dreams, and I would like you very much to just introduce yourself to the camera and tell us what your involvement is with the film.
My name is Fawzia Mirza, and I'm the writer and director.
My name is Nimra Bucha, and I'm playing Mariam in The Queen of My Dreams.
Okay, well, it's a pleasure to meet you. This film's been playing at London Film Festival. I saw it yesterday. It's a very insightful, cross-cultural, cross-time film. And what struck me was the fact that although it's involving a queer woman who's sort of on her own journey, you actually are more involved with the whole history about the genetic idea of it. I mean, was that something you were keen to do when you started?
I mean, from the beginning, I wanted to tell a mother-daughter story, and the central question to a lot of my work is, how do we become who we are? And so, to me, both as a person and as you can see in the movie, to figure out who you are, you have to look outside of your own body. You have to look to the past to understand the present and to know where you're going in the future. So, yeah, it was definitely intentional.
Okay, and the mother's point of view it takes on so many criteria because we have that wonderful transition where when the daughter goes back to Pakistan, and then you have that wonderful on the roundabouts, and the same musicians are out there. I want to talk a little bit about the period. I mean, how challenging was it to sort of create the different contrast between the then and the now?
Well, I think some of it, we're shooting in Karachi and we're shooting in Sydney, Nova Scotia, and so the beauty of both places is that there are some spots that are still the same. Of course, there's more people, maybe there's more traffic, but you can find a few locations that can transport us. So the key, and especially I think in Karachi, was finding a couple spots that were of the era, were from the 60s architecturally, and then repeating them, and then also some of the places we kind of built out or created based on stories of the past or images of the past, something that could be referential. So, it was fun, it was sometimes challenging, but we kind of really used repetition to our advantage.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing as well is was Canada, was that always going to be the conscious choice for the modern day things? And in terms of shooting in the locations in Pakistan, was it, how much, what had changed? I mean, was it challenging in terms of the architecture? I mean, because, there's wonderful scenes where we see the car driving back and forth from those locations. And, I mean, what was the how did the locals help you in that respect?
Canada was always intentional because, I'm Canadian and I'm American. I was born in Canada, moved to the United States. So the Canada piece, the Nova Scotia piece is something inspired by some of my experiences living in Canada. And, in Pakistan's an awesome place to be. Karachi is an incredible city. It's like, the New York of Pakistan. There's so many people. It's quite a populated city. It's changed like all cities. We're in London right now, and you can find buildings that are from the 900s, and then there's buildings that are not quite as attractive. You know what I'm saying? So I think that is universally true. So, there's architecture in Karachi that's been there a long time. So, the building that has the blue on it that the car drives by, it was there in the 60s. So, using that as an anchor point, creating repetition is something that we did really intentionally. And, the crews in Pakistan are incredible. They're so hardworking. There's a very DIY mentality. Nimra has worked there much more than I have, so can speak to that. But we had incredible local team led by Carol Nerona and Kamal Chima, and they just knew all the ins and outs. They knew who to connect us with and how to get things done. And movie making is the same all over the world. You need to know the right people to get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
And in Pakistan, you always have people who want to feed you and help you. I mean, there's like no scarcity of people wanting to help you.
I mean, one of the things that I think might be, it's unique to my experience in Karachi was that everybody wanted to feed us food that came from their home every single day. So, you know, we had the food that we ate that came in from set, but then also someone was like, there were pots of dal and chaval and, you know, vegetables and meat, like something was being cooked and brought in to eat every day, and that was just so, made everything feel so familial and comforting and safe and delicious as well.
So Nimra, let's talk a little bit about your character, because she's the pivotal point, because she has the kind of traditional resistance, and of course we see the younger version of her in, and she, you know, and what was interesting was I love the Beatles metaphor, the fact that, you know, there's a very funny scene in the film where you have a lot of repetition where the daughter's trying to meet all these suitors and there's somebody has a notepad. So, I mean, from your own personal reflection, I mean, when you look at this character that you've played, what do you see in her, and what are the things that are different about her that you kind of think, well, I'm not like that?
Well, I think when you play a character, you can't start from the point of where you think. I mean, you can start from the point where you think, well, I'm not like her, but I think at the end of the day, you find in what ways you are like that person, and even further, I think it's like what is in the script is what you play, and this is what I was talking to somebody else about as well. That because there were two actors playing Mariam, whatever was in the script was what was making those two the same. Even though we didn't have any prep together, me and Amrit, to play the same character, we didn't have any rehearsals. So yes, so I think you just, there were references in the script that I was familiar with. There were things that I thought about, that I'd imagined, and I think that's also what pulled me to the script was, you know, the landscape of this, the domestic landscape of this character, Mariam, where, you know, also with Michael Pearson's set, there was something so familiar about walking onto the set and then being Mariam. Because I played the older Mariam mostly in a domestic situation. I think the younger Mariam was in Karachi in 1969, going out and about and being an extrovert. And by the time that you come to me playing Mariam, she's an expat living in Canada, running a little household, a little business, bringing up 2 children. So it's within that landscape I had to find things that I could connect with, and that's, I think that helped me a lot.
Okay, so we're going to wrap up. I've got 2 final questions for you. First of all, you're at the London Film Festival, so tell us a bit about the experience of being here.
Well, I have been to the BFI before, to BFI Flair, with my first feature that I wrote called Signature Move, and that was in 2017. And, you know, we were the closing night film and to 2 packed audiences, and it was remarkable because, you know, the London audience just got that movie. And so when I thought about what would be the perfect place for the international premiere of this movie, I was just like, oh yeah, London would be a dream. Because they're so, you know, it's South Asian community, but it's also like London is full of folks who, you know, some are from here, but a lot of people came here. And so I think that was really exciting. And obviously it's Nimra's home, so I was like, yes, girl, we're gonna have you here. But it's a thrill. I've always wanted to screen at the London Film Festival, and so you know, to have, and we're in the first feature category, nominated in that, and it's pretty awesome.
Okay, and my final question is for both of you: is what are you most proud of about the film?
What are you most proud of?
No, I'm so proud of you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
If she hadn't dreamt up this thing, we would be here. Then a dream, you know, to dream is easy, but to sort of make it happen. It's
Okay.
a long journey, and I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy to be on the journey with you.
Oh my gosh. Well, she's an incredible artist and actor, so movie's good because she's really good.
Okay. Well, listen, I just want to say it's been a pleasure chatting with you today. Congratulations on the film. Queen of My Dreams has been playing at the London Film Festival. Do keep your eyes open for it. And you can see this interview and others on my YouTube channel, John Engin's Film Review. Thank you very much.
Thank you. John, you're so good at holding the phone.
Yes, it's...
Do it. It's like hold it so still.